Why did the robot go to jail? He went to jail for battery. Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to be reviewing Legacy Evolution, Buzzworthy Bumblebee, Origin, Autobot Jazz. And that is quite a mouthful. Finding this guy wasn't easy. I don't get things mailed to me like other people, so I usually have to hunt for them like you would. So I had to go to Toys R Us and get this guy, drive 30 minutes across the city, and I was able to pick up the last figure they had on the shelf because they had it held for me. But I did have to bribe my kid with a Slurpee and a Bumblebee just so I could do that drive with her. Yes, this grown man who plays the Transformers as children. Now, this figure is probably one of the most popular figures at the moment. It's also a Target exclusive in the States and can only be found in Canada and the United States in Toys R Us. It is the Cybertronian vehicle that you see in Transformers Generation 1 in the first episode. I don't even think you see this alt mode in any other episodes aside from the first episode. So let's take a look and let's start transforming him. Okay, so let's take a look here. Let's take the gun, move that out. It's a little tight because he's a brand new figure. Let's start with the head. Let's take the head, flip it backwards, take the arms, the chest, pull it up. Then you take the chest, fold that inward, and you want the arms actually twisted in a way that they'll pointing like this. So you don't want the full elbow bend, you want the opposite way. So you don't want this, you want this, so it only bends a little bit. Once that's done, you go to the feet and you start unlatching it. If the figure's brand new, you'll have to be careful and just do it like that. It'll snap open. And again, don't forget to pull this open. And then you can snap them back in. So let's repeat the other side. Again, open them up, snap them back in, and that's ready to be snapped together in the middle here. See? Like there. Snapped in. Okay, now take his feet, fold them inward. So we're almost done. You can take the front here and bend it back. This is where you got to be careful. The more you do this, the more you will scratch the plastic, so be careful. See, there, it's done. And then all you need to do is move this all forward, like that. And then last but not least, the whole thing does sandwich inward. See like that. And then just snap the top inward like this. See, it's in. And then you can put that in there. And it all snaps together. Oh. There, see? And then the feet are not the feet, but the hands. And here we go. Here is the Cybertronian vehicle. Oh, don't forget this part here. It does snap in. If you look closely, it does go into some pegs there. And here he is. Now let's switch him back. In robot mode, he's really good. I'd say even better than the Studio Series 86 mode. The proportions on the robot mode are much better. Here we have them side by side. If you look at this guy, he is a lot more TV accurate. This guy, his front bumper is way too big. If you ever watch the show, he actually looks 100% like this guy. The only thing I like about the alt mode on this Studio Series 86 is he turns into a Porsche like this. Look at the Porsche. It's probably the closest you will get to the actual vehicle it's based off, the Porsche 935 Turbo. And take a look at that. It is missing the Martini Racing and the Porsche logos because they weren't able to get it as close as they could without doing too much, just because they don't have the Porsche licensing anymore. So now that we have it in Porsche, let's take a look at Autobot Origin Jazz again. Just to compare, this figure is a lot more refined than the Studio Series figure. The paint is a lot better. If you look at the color matching, see the black here matches here, here, and here. The gray painted plastic is matching with the gray plastic over here. And the plastic feels a lot thicker and less hollow. Like, it is hollow here, 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 and here, but it just feels different. Like, for some reason, it feels a lot heavier than this guy. Like, a lot heavier. I'd say probably 25% heavier at least. That gives it the feeling that the plastic is a lot more solid and rigid. And the clear plastic, like, take a look at this. Like, it's not thin. It's actually pretty thick. That's what gives it the heft. The plastic here is a little less thick, so it does feel a little brittle, but on the Origin Jazz version, it feels pretty solid. I never once during the transformation felt that I was going to break this figure. Overall, it's a better figure. Hasbro, if you're watching, I want you to take the engineering of this guy and redesign the Studio 86 figure with this kind of quality. Like the paint, the plastic, just the lack of hollowness, the tight joints. Like, this is tight. Like, you had to put some force just to bend the knee. Like, even the elbow, like all the joints are super tight. Now, the backpack, that's one of the flaws of this figure. If I'm going to describe how big this backpack is, if I were to put like a scale of, like small being a child's backpack and the largest being, is he ready to backpack Europe? This guy's a little bit in between. He's about a single mom who has to carry a backpack with all the kids' items in it. So, here you go. Single mom with a backpack. That's what this guy is. On the Daddy Needs It scale, out of 1 to 10, he's going to score a bit higher, just because I really like him. Not perfect, because his alt mode looks like a portable vacuum cleaner. Still TV accurate, but not as fun as this thing. This thing has wheels. But I'm going to give this guy an 8.5. The engineering and quality of this figure is higher than most of the recent purchases I've made. Hasbro, I hope you keep up this quality and keep it up with the future figures. Now, thanks for watching. If you've gotten this far, I do have one last joke for you. Why was the robot so tired after work? He had a hard drive. Now, thanks for watching. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.